Hello and welcome to the very first Tech Whisperers video on how to do stuff. So today we're going to be talking about Family Link in Google, which is the way to control YouTube for your children and make sure they can't see anything that we don't want them to, mostly. This is just a follow-up video that we were talking about in our latest podcast on YouTube. And if you haven't followed that yet, please, you'll find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you just look for the Tech Whisperers, you should see our logo. Anyway, so let's start. I'm going to be using an iPad to do this, just for ease, but you can follow the same instructions on a PC or via an Android device. So, first of all, you need to download the Family Link app, which is there. Once we open it up, you'll see that there's already some of my family in there. But what we want to do is go to Add Child. So if we click on Add Child, does your child have a Google account? So currently he doesn't. So what we need to do is click No. So we now need to create a Google account for my child. So we click on Next. I mean, as it's Google, it's going to be pretty straightforward to set it all up. If you don't have a Google account yourself, you're probably going to want one beforehand, so set yourself one up first. So let's call Freddie. Next. So let's choose a date, 14th of August 2018. So he'll be 5 years old. Male. Next. What I'll do is I'll fast forward through the setup of the account, but it's pretty straightforward. And I'm back. So this is Google's little introduction to what you're trying to do. So if you can read this through if you want. I used to work with a guy that had actually read the whole of the Google terms and conditions and the whole of the Apple terms and conditions. If you've ever seen that, you'll know how many pages that is. So this one should be a lot shorter. There you go. So I agree to let Google create a Google account for my child. I understand that my child's Google account is like my own and will provide access to general audience services. So you can read through all of that if you want. Do you agree? So let's just click on I agree. And now I'll type in my password, if I can remember it. So the thing about a Google account is that up until the age of 13, we have complete control over it. Once they hit 13, it then gets passed over to them and they can turn off certain settings if they want. But we'll still be able to manage some things like find my device or find his device even, and certain other aspects of it as well. It won't be until they're 18 that they'll have complete full control. Click Next. So we could do either express personalization, which is probably the better one for now, but you also get the manual as well if you want to go in and really configure what you can and don't want your child to experience. So, for instance, when I was a kid, Neighbours. Everybody watched Neighbours on BBC One, but I had some friends who came from Australia whose parents didn't allow them to watch Neighbours because they thought it was taking the mickey out of them. So everybody has their own options that they can choose what they want to do. So choose Freddie's settings, depending on your child settings. So this is all just telling you what you can and won't be able to control over it. So if we could you can go through that. I've read it before. You can also, it says their child's audio recordings. So if you save their audio recordings because you want to find out what they're talking about, Google will also get access to that. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. So I'll just click on Accept All. So we've got YouTube history, web and activity. You should read these just so you know exactly what you're signing over to them. So let's click on Confirm. Go scroll up, and I agree. Now I'll come back to that where it says Freddie can manage these settings later because it can't manage So some of the Facebook settings, some of the YouTube settings and so on. It's just he can change his profile picture and so on and so forth. So let's have a look, see what we can do. If he has an Android device or a Google device, you can lock the screen from this app. If we click on content settings, now we get to the fun part. So I know we spoke about YouTube, so let's just go into YouTube. You have an experience here. So we can do YouTube Kids, which is 99.5% safe, I would say, for all children. There are some that gets through the safety net, but after the age of about 4, what I've found is that YouTube Kids is not enough for them anymore. I mean, I couldn't believe how fast my children went from YouTube Kids onto YouTube without me even really knowing to begin with. But it was just a link from a YouTube Kids video that opened up the YouTube app because they didn't have their own iPad at the time and they were borrowing mine. So it was opening up YouTube because I obviously had it on my device. So let's just continue and go into YouTube and YouTube Music Parent Supervised. As it says here, some videos and music may be unsuitable for kids, but it tries. It does try. I would say this one's 95% certain. There are some weird things about it, but I will show you some of them in a minute. So if we just click on select. So here we go. We've got the 3 options. Explore. Lines with content ratings for viewers 9+. I mean, I've already said that my kid's 5 when I've been setting this up. So I'm not really following their rules. If we go back and choose YouTube Kids and click next, that's what they expect you to be using up until the age of 12. But anybody who's got kids realizes that just isn't the case. So let's just go back and I'll just show you this one for now. So we'll do explore. Select. So in here you can see how you can block channels directly from here. Review what your kid has been watching and also change your kid's content settings in parent settings. So let's just click next. And this will go to every device that is logged in as their username. So even if you have a YouTube on your TV, as long as the Freddie account's on it and he uses it, it will get the same safety measures. He won't be able to view anything different. So let's just click finish setup. So here we go. So we've got some options in here. We've got disable autoplay, so they'll have to click next. Not entirely sure why that would be a parental setting, but some people might not want them to watch constantly. I mean, you can go through and have a look at all these different things. I mean, their instructions are pretty good, and it's pretty clear on what they can and can't do. So let's click on Content Settings Explore and click Edit. That just takes you back to where we are here. So if we just click back there, we've already done that bit. So this is for 9-year-olds. And here we go, we can review Freddie's watch history. So that's it, we're done. We've set up Freddie. During later episodes of our podcast, we will probably go through some more of them settings. But for now, we're just looking at the YouTube account. So now, if we go into YouTube and sign in as Freddie, I'll tell you what, let's just sign in as me as Tech Whisperers now and just search, because this is a let's go for Freddie 5. I don't know. Nice. There we go. Can't remember what it's called. So you see that we got lots and lots of different ones here. So now if I change his account to Freddie's account, and what did I do it as? Freddie W. Oh.
freddie.tech@gmail.com. What am I doing wrong here? That's why. You probably won't see all this. There we go, running in. And testers.
Okay, so now we're in Freddie's account. And if I do the same thing, Freddie 5 nights. Oh, it was with a Y, isn't it? Freddie 5 nights. Oh, you can see that it's still got little bits and pieces because it's for 9-year-olds upwards. And this is what you've got to be careful of. Because I know from my experience with one of my sons, he's set to a 9-year-old, he's 5, and he has seen a video that is designed for 9-year-olds, but as a 5-year-old, it scared him a little bit. That's my own fault for not setting him up as a 5-year-old, but if I did, he wouldn't be able to watch a lot of the Minecraft videos that he absolutely loves. So it's swings and roundabouts. But you can see from the two different accounts, so if we go back to this one, and you'll see that, let's just go to, if I go to this one, for instance, let's see.
There's no doubting what you've achieved on a technical level.
Do this.
These are clearly state-of-the-art.
Stop. And then if we go back to Freddie's account, and do search, paste, let's see. There you go, see, can't find it. So that's basically blocked off. And I hope you understand. Obviously, get in touch with us if you have any other examples that you'd like us to do. Follow us on our social media. On Facebook, you can search for us, Tech Whisperers Pod. On X, Twitter, it's TTWPE. And on Instagram, it's Tech Whisperers PE. Thank you for watching. I hope you stay for some more videos that we will soon to be bringing you.